Right now, somewhere in your body, a single run could be rewiring your brain, reshaping your heart, and quietly adding years onto your life. Not next month, not after some intense training block, from the very first step. Most people think running is just cardio for calories. That's the biggest misunderstanding in fitness. Running doesn't just burn energy, rebuilds your muscles, upgrades your heart, changes your brain chemistry, and can extend your lifespan more than almost anything else you could do today. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what happens inside your body when you run, from the first 20 minutes to years down the line, and the minimum amount you actually need to get every single benefit without overdoing it. Let's start with today. What actually changes after a single run? Researchers who reviewed dozens of studies on running and mood found a consistent pattern: less sadness, less anger, less stress, less fatigue, and more energy. This wasn't a fluke in 1 or 2 studies. It showed up again and again, and the effect isn't one and done. The more consistently people run, the calmer, happier, and more resilient they tend to become over time. Running outdoors seems to amplify that effect even further. Here's a question for you. Have you ever been mid-run and suddenly felt like everything just clicked, like you could keep going forever? That's not just a mental trick. It's a real, measurable state your body enters, often called the runner's high, a wave of calm, reduced pain sensitivity, and genuine euphoria. There's also a brain performance angle most people never hear about. After sustained running, focus and problem-solving ability can noticeably sharpen, likely tied to chemical changes in the brain that support learning and memory. Over the long run, pun intended, consistent training may even help protect cognitive sharpness as you age. And that's just from moving your legs for 20 minutes. Now let's go deeper. Weeks and months of consistent running. 2 major things happen inside your muscles. Your slow-twitch muscle fibers, the ones built for endurance, not explosive power, get stronger and far more resistant to fatigue. Inside those fibers, your body manufactures more mitochondria, the cellular structures that generate energy. Practical result, every stride costs less energy. That 5K that used to wreck you starts feeling almost easy. Not because you're pushing harder, but because your cells got more efficient at the job. Your tendons tell a slower but equally powerful story. Structures like your Achilles tendon gradually become stiffer and more resilient. That might sound bad, but it's actually a superpower. A stiffer tendon behaves like a spring, storing energy on impact and releasing it on push-off. It's a huge part of why experienced runners look smooth and almost effortless. Stronger tendons also mean fewer injuries. Weak, overloaded tendons tear. Strong, well-adapted tendons absorb far more stress before anything goes wrong. Put simply, your muscles get better at burning fuel, your tendons get better at recycling energy, and your body wastes less of it with every step. This is where it gets even more impressive. Within just a couple of months of consistent running, your heart physically adapts. The left ventricle, the chamber responsible for pumping oxygen-rich blood to your entire body, grows slightly and gets stronger. That means more blood pumped per heartbeat and less overall effort required from your heart. That's the real reason trained runners often have unusually low resting heart rates, sometimes dipping into the 30s or 40s. Your blood vessels change too, becoming more elastic and better able to expand, which helps lower blood pressure and improves oxygen delivery to working muscles. Combine a stronger heart with more flexible blood vessels, and you get a major boost in stroke volume, the amount of blood pumped with every single beat. That's the biological reason stairs stop feeling brutal and hills stop feeling like a punishment. Your cardiovascular system is quietly upgrading itself in the background, whether you notice it or not. A large-scale study tracking well over 100,000 people compared cardiovascular fitness to long-term survival. The results were staggering. The fitter your heart and lungs, the lower your risk of early death, with benefits continuing to climb even at very high fitness levels. There's no clear ceiling where too fit stops helping. Even more surprising, cardiovascular fitness outperforms smoking status, diabetes, and high blood pressure as a predictor of long-term survival. And you don't need to chase a single, correct training style to get there. Research comparing lower intensity and higher intensity training found both effectively improve cardiovascular fitness, meaning consistency matters more than the specific method you choose. This is the part most people get wrong. They assume more is always better. It's not. Here's the real breakdown. For an immediate mood boost, one run around 20 minutes is enough to feel the difference. For stronger muscles and tendons, you can maintain real fitness gains with as little as 40 focused, higher effort minutes per week. 2 to 3 sessions of intervals per week is enough for most people to see steady improvement. For long-term health and longevity, the sweet spot appears to be roughly 1 to 2.5 hours per week, spread across 2 to 3 runs. Even under an hour a week has been linked to a longer lifespan. So here's the simple version: run once, feel better today. Run a couple of times a week, get fitter over the coming months. Keep running 2 to 3 times a week, stay healthier, and live longer. But if running does all of this, should you just run every single day? Do rest days actually matter, or are they overrated? That's exactly what I'm covering next. Stick around.